Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Sold Out Flesh and Blood. This is Loomis. Kind of at a weird angle here today. It's like I have to block the sunlight with my head in order for the shot to look right. Kind of weird effect. Anyway, looks pretty good for today. Looks like a good day for Flesh and Blood. Right when I wake up, just see the price of this Crucible box, and it looks good. Everything looks good, and just got through the first video today, first two videos, opening videos, and there's not a whole lot that I want to talk about, but we do need to talk for sure, nonetheless, and wrong little note card. I mean, the camera looked good. I might just start this video over, but if you're watching this, it's because just I have pretty low standards for how is the video going to come out at the end of the day. What means the most to me is that I just get it out there to you guys and just give you something to look at or something to listen to. It doesn't really matter to me. Some of these videos that I watch, I'm not even paying attention to them half the time, and it's just noise in the background. It passes the time. I see a half-hour video, I hit play. I know I don't have to do anything for a half hour. Not do anything, I mean pick a new video. Sometimes it doesn't matter, if it's not going to be a super boring video. I mean, not boring, obnoxious. I don't think this video is going to be abrasive, hopefully. Damn, I had some pretty intriguing little notes written down that I was going to share with you guys. It's a bummer. So basically, how am I feeling about the game so far with the cards that I have? Got a couple good brute cards, definitely. And I think, like I say, with the dice rolling mechanic with the brute class, it's so much fun. I just know that it's going to be a blast. Simple, just a little bit of that critical chance type of mechanic that you see in these, especially in Dota or something similar, where you got that crit chance, and it over time it's going to really bump your damage up. So more than anything, I'm excited to play with that brute and have those moments where, you're taking a risk and you're really getting through. And the other card that I never really got a chance to talk about, one of the big, heavy hitter cards, the Shyana, the Shapeshifter. And I had the picture up in my other little intro that I did. Now I've got the different picture, but the Shapeshifter, I had overlooked it when I was kind of doing my due diligence, because at first it was way out of my price range. Obviously, it's a card that I'm gonna go after, and spoiler alert, we're not going to open that card, sadly. I'm looking to go after it in the Unlimited Edition, something I could be patient for, and I expect her to be reprinted. I would have loved to get the cold foil one and everything, but you know, this channel is on an extremely tight budget, and I just don't know. I never got it. But now, what I will say might have been a fatal flaw here is I wasn't thinking about her being able to use the Arcanite shard, and that's like really something that I think is pretty considerable, that makes me sort of see this like king and queen type of relationship with Vizzy and her name Cheyenne. They're sort of gonna be like the king and queen, where both of them can have all three of those gems in the deck, and that's a pretty cool thing. So it just sort of made me rethink the lore a little bit. When I think about Vizzy as being the one who can actually like master the gems, I wasn't thinking about her as the shapeshifter being able to get all the gems like that. And I don't know why, but I think that's really cool, and that was sort of like just an epiphany moment that I've been having over the last day. So that's pretty cool. The other thing that we were just looking forward talking about is, you know, my chair is missing a wheel. Sun is really getting to us today. These notes could be useful. Yeah, this is what it's gonna be like. I haven't really got to play the game yet, of course, but just anticipating your opponent's attacks and holding a defense back, but stacking your deck and such that you're going to have a defense. It's going to be really interesting, the balance of like how defense heavy, offense heavy, depending on what hero do you want to go. So it's a tough call. But the other thing about Cheyenne is in a system that I'm thinking of, like where you would play a 2v2 and you would do ban, pick, ban, pick, and the person who, so either way you get two bans, so you'd probably ban Cheyenne first because she's so clearly much stronger than the other heroes, because why not? Well, I mean, she doesn't have their extra ability. It's tough. I don't know. That's really mostly what I've been thinking about, is her. And now I wake up this morning and it's like, wow, seems like good news. Looks like all the prices are really holding up strong here. And that's good. I don't care. I've already spent all the money that I can spend. I'm totally gone broke now. So we'll see as we open everything up if there's a chance it's going to have been worth my time, or if I'm just going to have a nice collection to play the game with. Who knows? But I think what I did want to say in this video for sure is just like how thankful I am for the opportunity. And I know maybe some of you who know me in real life are looking at me like, wow, this was a very reckless decision. And it doesn't stand a chance, but I don't care, you know. I'm going to make these videos, and either it's going to be a success and people are going to like to watch them, or it's not. And I'm going to have still the cards, which I know are going to hold their value. So it doesn't matter to me. And this note just sticks out to me because I really haven't got a chance to sit down and get to watch a lot of Dota 2 lately, but Dota 2 is like really the level that I want to see Flesh and Blood get to. I'm going to say this every single chance I get because the chance that somebody listening could have any kind of influence on it, just look at Dota 2, look at the competitive, look at the structure of it, how it feels just so cutthroat, and the players, like, they just have a lot of heart, and the teamwork is exceptional, and Flesh and Blood is going to need to get on that level where I really believe it's got to be a team game, at least a two-man team, because you cannot play the game alone, you know? There's no online right now, so there's no going home and just grinding out 1,000 games, and that's that. If you want to be competitive, you got to have at least one person to practice with and go back and forth with, and so you can do all the theory crafting you want, but until you have, your partner essentially for you to play test with, you're not really going to stand a chance against somebody who does have that and somebody who is practicing like that. And eventually there'll be more opportunity for you to go do different things. But that's what I would emphasize here. And that being said, I really see them settling into a system where it's picks and bans, where you can ban out that hero. So the first player is going to pick the matchups, and the second player is going to ban first. So, I'm sorry, you get first ban and you pick the matchup, or you get first pick. So, and just rotate it like that, and pick each you get a hero for each of the two members on your team, and then the team who didn't have first pick then decides what the matchups are at the end of the whole thing. So, and I mean, you could try to balance it out. If that ends up being too powerful, you could force them to, when they make their first pick, so player 1 picks first, they pick Vizzy, player 2 had already banned the Shyana, and now whoever we're going at is going to pick Dash, player 2. But they can't just pick Dash. They have to say if they're picking Dash or if they're picking Dash to fight Vizzy. And at that point, the decision will be set in stone. So you can see how you could balance it. But I think very much, and especially the way that it's really meant to be a game to get people together. I would love to see if at the top tier, the highest stake tournaments, that they were doing a type of deal where you go ahead and play with a team of at least 2 people. And depending on down the road, if we have 100 different heroes in this game, maybe we do want to have 3, 4, 5-man teams. Just like I say, you pick all the matchups, you pick, counter pick, try and line it up, and then play 5-man. I know in Magic you used to play like Emperor mode. That could even take place here, where you have a tournament like that. You have to pick and ban, and then you go for it. This type of thing, you would have a shared collection through your whole team, and say maybe it would be 100 cards per person. So like you would have 200 or 300 cards, and you could you would have a period where you have to build your deck back up after the draft based on what cards are in your pool. So that would be the challenge, to build that card pool. That being said, Emperor mode, maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. We would play with 3v3, and the two guards would have to, the emperors couldn't attack each other. They had to attack the guards until one of the guards was down. It's a pretty simple game, but it's a lot of fun and it's a good strategy, especially when you get to playing it a couple days in a row and you'll see, okay, this is a really good Emperor deck that has a sort of slow build up, and then these two guard decks are going to be like the Blitzier or, more of control decks. And then the Emperor could shoot spells across and counter the moves that the other guards were making. I don't remember all the in-depth rules of it, but you see how it could be a spectacle on a stream if you have a flesh and blood match where it's 3v3 and you did all this pick and ban and stuff, and now you've got 3v3. And the other thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is in Dota 2 how you never get a mirror match. And I think that's there's something to be said about that. Maybe I was already talking about this. But, yeah, avoiding the mirror match could be something that would really make Flesh and Blood competitive, have a little bit different of a feel to it, especially if you're doing the 2v2. And, I want it to be something that people are going to turn it on. It has exciting commentary. There's a lot of stuff going on all over the table, and it's moving quick, fast-paced, and then you have good overlays, good scoreboards, and I think it's important because nobody memorizes all the cards, and your average viewer might not have even seen some of these cards before. So it's just good to put at least one card up full screen so that people can see what it does and they can take the time to read it if they want to. So yeah, really just making some real practice videos here, trying to get more comfortable on the camera, trying to talk faster. Trying to realize what types of scripts do I need to write down and how can I do this a little better, keep everybody entertained.